Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Vintage Oaks. Me at the moment, Jamie's coming. Yes. Don't know about any of the others though, unfortunately. Hello Alfie. Yeah, I've been okay, Alfie. Hope you're okay. You know, getting older ain't as good as it sounds. Doesn't sound good either. Sounds worse than it sounds. But never mind. Now, we were doing a thing with two things. That's right. That'll be a ploughing contract. And you're on... no, I'm not doing that. Go away. Now, you're on the left. So that's good. And the other one will be on the right. Right. You're all I managed to try and do stuff with my legs healing. Oh yeah, it's my birthday on the 25th. Well, that's good. That's good. I hope it's a good day for you. Now, while they were doing that, we were doing a hay contract, I thought. What's that? Yeah, that was it. I was doing this. And Jamie was, I think he mowed it, and he was going to go and get the baler. But he ain't here, so I have to wait for that. Off on current direction. How come you're not live usual time? Oh, Tuesdays, well, that is your Tuesday. Tuesdays are an option for our group. Sometimes we're on early, but usually on at this time as well. We do 2 different time slots on a Tuesday. Which, yeah, may seem strange, but yeah. Why is that not really following the GPS? What are you doing? I do not understand. Show lines on. Off. Snap to terrain angle off. Huh? I don't understand why you're not following that line. GPS is having a weird fit. Now you're sort of following it. Yeah. Thank you, mate. All right, you sleep well. James is here. Jamie seems to be here in spirit only at the minute. There he is.
Good day, sir. How are
Hello. I'm okay. Yourself?
you? Good.
Good. Your work day went well?
Yeah, got some stuff done.
That's good.
In your morning, how's it been?
So far, so good. Yeah. Streaming mode?
I am.
Good.
Actually been doing not bad. I've been getting some good traffic on the views for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been going pretty well for me too. Oh, you're baling the other field at the moment?
I am, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thought I got to start knocking this off while you were tedding, and then I'll start hauling bales of those 2 trailers.
Yes. And I'll keep baling. Sounds good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
You don't have much left to ted in that one there either, down below, do you?
No, another couple of short runs and it's done.
There's a fair few that are playing this map. I've been kind of checking it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a hankering for it.
Yeah, it's been good so far. Some people are having problems with the map, but I haven't experienced any of the problems that are popping up.
No, I haven't heard anything besides the tree thing, but...
Yeah. That's not a big problem, I don't think.
No, especially if you're not cutting trees down, you're all right.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't be cutting maple trees down anyway because they're worth nothing to sell.
No. He did fix that with the update, though, I think.
Ah, okay. Well, that's all right.
Badonk?
Yeah, that's badonk.
Hello, Badonk.
Badonk.
Badonk-a-dock.
Yes.
How goes the job search?
I don't know.
He hasn't started yet.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It's too much like work.
Yeah, well, yeah, why would you want to do that? Bugger work. Right, what? Yeah, it could go. No, I'll go straight up. Past farm 5. What's farm 5? Hey, which farm's the pig farm? Can you remember?
Pig farm? No, I don't.
Chicken farm. Dairy pig farm, number 8. Where is that? 6. That's 7. 8. There. I might call in on the way. Can't remember what it looks like. 8. Oh. How are you, Doc?
Yeah, peachy.
Yeah. Peachy. That's good. Okay, enough of that. Stop doing that. Thank you. That is not the road. That is not the road, you talk.
I was working on stuff.
Stuff?
Yes.
Stuff can be good.
Sometimes.
Yeah, some stuff's not very good.
Yeah, not much you could do about it.
No. Oh, yes, I remember now.
I'm checking at a pig farm, are you?
Yeah, couldn't remember what it looked like. I was thinking, why place our own if these are already here? That's not too shabby. Although they are using the Giants' sheds just retextured to suit merry old England, but they're not too bad. It's a fairly good sized farm, actually. Plenty of
I
room
think there
in
was
it.
good size. If you look at the animals, pigs.
Yeah, I think each barn holds like 150 or so. I think.
Either 108 or 150, depending which one it is. There's a short and a long one.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
No, 108 or 270.
Yeah. Don't think they're 270 ones, but you never know. Lovely old house. I think it's a house. Yeah, it's a house. Got a footpath going to the brick wall. Okay. Is that a footpath? No, it's not. It's a broken down wall. Okay. Seen worse houses, like ours. It's got a broken down wall too.
I don't know what you get out of living like that.
I love it. I mean, you know, if you want a nice breeze, you don't have to worry about it. You always get the nice breeze, whether you want it or not. Where's my tractor? Over here somewhere. There you are. No, there you are. No, over here you are. No, where'd I put you? I'm standing on it, it says. Staffed if I can see. Oh, there you are. Hiding in the bloody shade. Yeah, so it's not bad. How much is it? The big farm. Oh, it's only a small block, but there's a couple of fields around it. There's a farm right next to it. Farm 9. 9. Church View Farm. Right next to it. Okay. So how much is that? Oh, friggin' red writing. 289,698. With all those pig barns on it, it's a lot cheaper than buying your own pig farms.
Yep. Just set up a separate little farm of equipment for it.
Yeah. Would be the go. Come on, little girl. Got a long way to go. Okay. Where am I? Where am I going? Let's go up. Oh. So what are you up to at the minute, Doc?
Oh, just working on some things.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could turn here.
Little
Yeah.
blender, little GE, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Not worth saying anything about it because it won't really amount to anything anyway.
Yeah. You just felt like frustrating yourself for a little while. I see.
Sometimes it's just fun to do it.
Yeah.
Just experiment with it. You don't have to necessarily
Have a goal?
You don't have to get anywhere with it.
No. I found that true with relationships. Experiment, but you don't necessarily, and you probably won't get anywhere with it. And if you try to, it'll kick you in the arse.
I'm not the one to ask.
No. Well, mate, at least you didn't get married to two of the mistakes.
No, never got a chance.
No.
Tried to. Didn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing with the street constructor.
Okay.
Figured one of us should actually learn the fucking thing.
I thought Wonko had already become expert. No?
Wonko. Yeah, right.
Geez, the little tractor might run out of fuel before I get back to the farm. Come on.
I asked him about it, and he just basically said, I looked at it and said, nope.
Yeah, Brummy does tinker with it.
No, Brummy doesn't do his roads like that.
Doesn't he? Oh.
No, so what Brummy does is kind of, it works. There's nothing wrong with the way he does it.
No.
But it does leave, if you notice in Pidnall, it does leave weird textures and things in places.
Oh, yeah.
So what he does is he lays a spline, and then actually Wonko did it, and he takes a section of road like 5 meters long or something, or 3 meters.
Oh,
or
and lays it along the spline.
Lays it all together, and Brummy puts it into Blender and makes it all one piece instead of all the different pieces.
I could say that might work, but that's an old way of doing it. They used to do that in 17.
Yeah,
lay a road spline and pick a piece of road and then use that to go all over the spline. It would even stretch the corners, like it'd be a straight bit of road, and then put that around corners and crimp it. It looked horrible sometimes. Sometimes it worked, but sometimes it was horrible.
Well, what you really need to do is after you lay all that together, you need to go into Blender and you need to stretch and connect.
Well, see, they didn't do that back then. They just where the hell am I going? Straight up the road, apparently.
Well, a lot of people were not very good at,
No.
A lot of the map makers never used Blender at all.
No.
So,
you could tell the ones that did, because they still did the roads that way, but their corners looked really good, whereas the ones that didn't use Blender, the corners were all sort of chunky and hard.
Even the street constructor here, I can't get the intersections to look good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I take it into Blender, I could probably make it better by stretching the UVs.
Oh, yeah.
Or it can make it worse. I don't know.
There is that.
Well, I've got it kind of figured out. The only problem with the street constructor is it was designed like back in 13 or something, when Giant's road textures used to be vertical.
Yes.
But ever since, I think, 17, they've been horizontal.
Oh, could be.
So it doesn't read horizontal textures, it reads vertical textures.
Yeah.
So you have to go in there, open up the texture, flip it 90 degrees, save it, all good.
Okay.
But the suck-ass thing is that then you've got to, you can't use the Giant's textures from the game. You've got to go back and actually create your own textures, which increases your file size.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain.
Well, especially when you're talking about 4K
Yes.
texture files.
Yeah.
Not like back in 13 when everything looked like you were playing with Legos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm playing with that. I was playing with borders earlier. I got the border figured out on how to do the background.
Okay.
Because I thought Wonko did a background. He didn't. He just pulled one off another map.
Cheat.
I'm like, no wonder it doesn't match up to the terrain. So I took it into Blender and I lowered the vertices and everything so they'd match the terrain.
Okay.
So at least it was all even around the terrain because it doesn't really matter at that point because he just pulled it off of some other map. It's not even doesn't represent anything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For that area, I don't think it would really matter though because it's so flat.
Yes.
It could have pretty much used any border background off of pretty much any map that didn't have mountains.
Oh, yeah.
I found out how to get the high resolution out of the Google Maps so that your background borders look way better.
Yes.
Problem is you only got one chance to do it.
Okay.
When you originally set up your PDA in your images,
Yep.
you gotta do it all at the same time.
Okay.
So what I did was I made it for a 4X map,
Excuse me. Yeah.
and then I just shrunk it evenly down to a regular standard map. And then I left the border as a 4X map.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all I had to do was shrink the overall image, and it cropped it down automatically for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. That.
Plus, I used the same DEM on the 4X map as I did the 2X map. I just shrunk it.
Yes. That's a good way to get a nice border.
Yeah, and I was having some trouble with it though because the image was flipped or something bizarre happened to. I don't know what happened to it, but it was like upside down. Like my PDA image.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I can't remember what does that.
It was fine, but somehow when I exported the 4X terrain,
Yeah.
and put it didn't line up. It was backwards, so I just
Yep.
flipped it.
Yeah. That's what happened to Mississippi River Valley. It's a 4X map, but the map's upside down. East is north and north is east on the real world map. He's got it upside down on the PDA. And
upside down, or is it turn 90?
No. So when you're in that area, if you look at the main map, where, say, you've got your starter farm, it's supposed to be on the other side of the river, and the river's supposed to be going down the east side, not the west side where it goes.
Yeah, it's upside down.
It's completely upside down.
Yeah, because I always looked at that and I'm like, the river's on the wrong side.
Yeah, it is. Town, everything's on the wrong side. It's just sort of flipped.
Because that would be like Wisconsin, where the town is on the other side of the river.
Yeah. Oh, they're done, are they, Jamie? Cool.
Yes. Collected that contract, made some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that lives right up there, right by that valley.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And it was like that in 19 as well, upside down. But in 19, it was called Mississippi River Bottoms.
No, that's a different map.
That's a different map.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to go pick up bales in that first field. The tractor's on the way to that bottom field to
To bale?
bale.
Okay, good. Down the bottom field, which is here. That must mean... Oh, the doits. Yeah.
Woo, catwalk. That's worth clipping in videos later.
What's that? Did you
I just hopped a wheelie with the JCB and catwalked it. Rather interesting.
Well, yeah. I guess. I'll have to watch the clip.
Actually, what I should be doing is I should be making everything placeables on Wanko's map.
Oh, yeah.
What I really should do, get him on Discord one of these Sunday mornings and show him exactly what he has to do.
Yeah, good idea. Let me know how you
Well,
go, mate.
Well, if he's gonna build maps, he's gonna have to learn how to do this because Giants isn't gonna change it.
No.
This is how they've decided they're gonna do this,
Yes.
and I think it's fantastic. I think it makes everything easy.
Yeah. I'm sure you
Because-
do. So would I probably, but now you've got to convince Wonko.
Well, he's got the idea down. The problem is he's building a map like it's in 15.
Yeah, because that's
And
the last time he worked on a map.
Exactly. So he's been going through a pretty harsh learning curve, but he's
Yes.
starting to get back up. He's starting to get back up to speed because he took a break for 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, I only took a break for 1. That's bad enough.
The thing I think about it is if you're gonna place buildings, like placeable buildings, so that you can sell them,
Yeah.
I think you really need to go into the game and place them.
Yes.
Because it'll level the terrain and everything for you,
Yeah.
and then you can go back and fix it, and you just pull the DEM out of the save game.
Oh, yeah.
Easy peasy, done.
Yeah.
Well, basically, you just pull the. There's a couple of different files you pull.
Oh, okay.
You got to pull the terrain GRL there for the paint and the foliage.
Yep.
You can pull them out. And there you go. It's all done.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's cool.
I'm kind of wondering if Elm Creek was based on a real place because the background imagery looks like Google Earth.
Well, they may have just done that. I don't know, it might be. It's not like Giants to do that though, like traditionally. They don't.
Well, I'm wondering if they may have taken a real area and then made it how they wanted to make it on the inside of it.
Well, probably that would make more sense to Giants. They're not a big fan of making a realistic area.
Well, the problem is like Brummy's map kind of fits in with the way Giants likes to make their maps.
Yes. Unfortunately, I did like the layout, kind of, and I did like some of the things he did there, but it did feel like a 13 map to me. The way 13's maps were.
One of the really good things that they did was they made Elm Creek feel really big because they put all the cell points and stuff on the very edge of the map and they blended it so well you don't even know where the edge of the map is.
Yes. They did do that well, yeah. I agree with that.
And having all the buildings off the map, fantastic.
Yes.
'Cause it just adds to the map.
Yeah. I did
But
that.
I don't know. I think British maps kind of get away with that a little easier because all the hedges and stuff, it kind of hides the background better.
Yeah. When I did a map in 17, Westbridge Forest, I put buildings off the edge, up on the hills, and places like that. You could just see them. And it made that, I thought anyway, you know, maybe not everyone thought that, but I thought it looked more realistic than just having nothing out there. I even placed trees out there, the trees that were on the map, you know, pines and stuff, off the edge of the map. In reality, they were just swinging in the breeze, but because of the train, the way the train looked, they were in the sides of hills and stuff. I did that back in 17, and a lot of map builders do that now. Put trees, real trees out there. You can't get to them, but they look real from where you are on the map, you know.
Well, that's why on Wanko's map I put a bunch of bushes and trees out there and on the background to kind of fill it in.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's quite a few maps in 22 that you're driving along and you go, whomp, and you think, shit, oh, I'm on the edge of the map. But it doesn't look like it. And then there's other maps you know. Unfortunately, you know very well that's the edge of the map. You can see it, you know.
Well, that's what I liked about Alma, because you drive around the next to the map and
it is good.
Changed and...
Ah, you pain in the arse. You do want to come with me, don't you? Well, I don't want you. I'm sorry.
Or no.
Well, Wonka's still not heard from Giants, I suppose. You shouldn't really worry about it. You should be fixing to this version and getting it ready to send anyway.
Well, that's what he said. He said it's amazing. He says when we start playing it, you find all that thing. I said, that's how you find it.
Yeah.
I said, how many maps, you know, error free and everything, and we find all kinds of crap.
Yeah, that's right. No. Yeah.
It's no fault to anybody. It's just that, you know, you don't find these things. So you gotta play it.
Yeah, you got to properly play it to find little issues that you won't see in the log file.
Well, that's like the sawmill didn't take enough. You know,
that's right.
Take enough stuff like that. You know.
Oh, Jamie, did you do a no?
No?
No. You had an oopsie?
I was turning and I thought I was turning on flat ground, but there's a little bit of a rise there when you're zooming in the tractor. And I hung my bale trailer up on it.
Oops. Bit of a quiet stream tonight. No one saying hello, no one popping in. Well, I had one. He's gone to bed.
You've got 8 viewers.
All lurking, bastards.
Oh, lurking. I've got me. 1.
Well, I didn't know you guys were streaming. Hold on, let me go give you a like. Alright. give Johnny the thumbs down.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That's what mates are for.
I quit doing that, so be happy.
Yeah.
Probably a year and a half, I give you a thumbs down every video. That's probably why you can't get any subscribers.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Well, they stopped showing the thumbs down now. I can't tell. You have to actually go into the statistics, but back in the early days, you could see it. 10 likes and 1 or 2 thumbs down. But now you don't see the thumbs down anymore, only the likes. I suppose it must offend someone or make them cry that they've got a thumbs down. I don't know. Today's generation, I wouldn't know.
Well, some of them are really good. Most of them are not.
What?
The children of today's generation.
Oh, yeah, I know. No, there's still good and bad amongst every generation, but this generation, I don't know. It's just the stupidest generation ever. We'll be going back to caveman days very soon. And they'll be even more smarter than some of the kids now. At least cavemen could light fires and cook food. Today's generation can't.
I just think that we need to get rid of the social media to make people smarter.
Well, the social media is driving a lot of this idiocy.
Well, you have one idiot with hundreds of thousands of subscribers making everybody else just as dumb as he is.
Yeah. Yes.
You know? Yeah, it's too easy to spread nonsense.
It is. So, it's disheartening that people will believe lies easier than they believe the truth.
Well, it's like right now, for the past, 6 months I've been hearing about how Kamala Harris is no good as the vice president. She can't run for president. She'll never win. Then Joe Biden makes a fool of himself in the debate, which rightly so, he should have stepped down anyway. And then they keep running articles how they don't want Kamala, no Kamala, no Kamala. Then all of a sudden, Kamala gets it rightfully as she should have. Not that I want her to, but
it really doesn't matter.
She is the vice president.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it really does not matter who's in power. Nothing's really going to ever change.
Well, that's why Trump can't be in power, because then he will. He'll actually get things done.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
No, can't have any change. The hierarchy have spoken.
Well, there's a cabal. There's a cabal that's running this world.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It's about to get really bad for all of us peons. Yeah. Is it Warren Buffett who just sold everything? Liquidated himself for the most part?
Oh, yeah.
Something's going on if he's doing that.
Yes, that's very...
The railroad tycoon.
Yep. dumb down society enough so they can get away with whatever they want.
Well, most people don't really participate in their government the way they should. They don't
That's what
research.
I mean.
People vote based on stupidness.
Yes. Yes. And the national pastime now is, how stupid can you be? And everyone's taking up the challenge.
Well, it's like the stupid TikTok. Jeez, that thing is toxic.
Designed that way, mate. Designed that
You're
way.
eating Tide Pods. You're eating Tide Pods for a challenge, and you don't know that's bad for you, and you wonder why you get sick and hospitalized and die. It's like doing meth. Let's look at the ingredients in meth.
Yeah.
Toilet bowl cleaner, Drano. Hold on. There's toxic warning signs on these bottles, but I'm going to ingest it into my body.
Yes, because everyone lies. Those labels aren't real. I kind of subscribe to the value of take all the warning labels off everything and let the world sort itself out.
Well, does it really matter, Johnny?
No.
People do stupid things with or without a label.
Oh, I know, but they made it. They tried to make it. Well, they still know that the stupid people will do it anyway because they raised these stupid people, the governments, the societies. So, doesn't really matter, as you say. Doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters at all, according to the song. Good song, too. We're all gonna die. And if you believe in religion, we're all gonna go to heaven, wherever that is. Because we can't go to hell, because according to religion, Jesus died for our sins, present and in the future. So we're all going to heaven, so there you go, nothing really matters. We live on forever.
Okay, buddy. Good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy.
But let's not talk about religion.
Humans need religion of some sort.
Well, yeah, I guess. But being religious doesn't make you a good person.
Oh, no.
And being an atheist doesn't make you an evil person. Doesn't matter what you believe in, you are what you are. Whether you believe in a greater good or greater God or any of that crap. Well, I said we shouldn't talk about religion. Here I am talking about it.
Yeah, but humans need a
they need a belief. They need to believe something. Otherwise, we're all going to die. That doesn't make me suicidal, knowing that I'm going to die, and when I die, that's it. No more existence. I'm gone. That doesn't make me want to go out and commit suicide. That makes me want to cherish life more and do good while I can, not commit atrocities.
That's not how the Japanese see it.
Well, yeah. A lot of people don't think that way. Unfortunately.
Whatever you want to call it, it's still a religion.
Well, yeah.
Whatever you want to be, whether you're worshiping Satan or you say you're an atheist is still a religion.
Well, kind of, because you do believe in something. You believe in nothing.
You still have to believe in something.
Yeah.
No way around it.
Yeah.
You need a set of moral values to live your life by, or else all we're doing is raping and pillaging. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
You know? We're just wild animals without some sort of law and order, which is stemmed from religion usually. Religion's supposed to give you the way to live your life, to be, you know, they all teach the same things.
Yeah.
When you look at the Ten Commandments, that's what you get.
Well,
Almost
Ten
every
Commandments are
religion
quite
teaches the same
fine.
thing.
They're reasonably good to live by. I mean, some of them are a bit, you know, overused, and no one follows them. Nobody on this planet follows all 10 religions. I don't care how religious you are. Don't lie.
There's people out there, don't you worry.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Not a believer in that, mate.
What?
That there's people out there that follow all 10 commandments. And did you know in history there used to be 15 commandments, not 10? The church trimmed it down.
Yeah, you watch Monty Python.
I was going to say.
No. It's an actual... Yeah, I know. They may have said something about it.
I'm getting my factual data from my...
No, it is actual religious documentation. It's not just from there. Someone in there obviously stumbled upon the same stuff. It is. It used to be 15.
I don't believe it. I've never heard 15.
No, because it's buried a long, long time ago. A long time ago. Like, I'm a history buff, and I watch everything about history. Even if it's a religious history, I'll watch them. As long as they're a factual, real YouTube channel, not ones that bend to the popular beliefs. Proper YouTube channels.
You know the difference between you and Johnny, Doc? Johnny was there.
Yes.
You watched Moses come down.
I did. Some of those Dead Sea Scrolls were written by me, mate.
Oh my God.
That's how old I am.
I forgot how far away places are in a 4X map.
Yeah, they're away. Couple of days.
Oh, that's not right. How did I fuck that up? Oops, sorry.
Are you selling bales from the little field?
Just picked the little field up, yeah. I'm going to come back up through and stop. There's more bales at the other field. I forget where these ones come from. These ones...
well, one contract's
yeah.
finished, so...
These ones have to go to Brummies.
Oh, yeah. That's the top of the map.
Yeah.
It's a fair way away, mate. Don't do that.
It's a long way to Tipperary.
Yes.
And I'll stop at 153 on my way back and grab some of the other ones off that field too.
Oh, yeah. That's an actual place, you know, Tipperary. I didn't think so, but it is. There's actually a place called Nowhere. You know that?
Yeah, I've heard that before. Where is it at?
So if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're in an actual place. But you're probably not in nowhere.
Alaska? No.
That's Nome.
Alaska's a hot place now.
Yeah. Be hotter than fucking here, I tell you. It's freezing here. Getting over it. Waking up to...
I don't know why people want to move there, but it seems to be a happening spot.
Ugh. Maybe it's the laws and the taxes.
Yeah, they're kind of libertarians up there. The libertarian is like, you know, if you leave me alone and just let people do what they want to do. So they want really small government. They don't want a lot of laws. And they're not like conservatives because
you gotta have
they agree
law.
on these basic laws, like don't kill people, you know.
Yeah.
Don't touch children inappropriately, those kind of things.
Well, that's fair enough. You shouldn't.
Yeah. They agree on those kinds of things, but when it comes to the other kind of stuff, they don't get bogged down with details.
Yeah.
Basically, libertarians just want everybody to have the freedom to do what they want to do, and if you don't like it, you're going to have to solve that problem yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, see where I am with the map right now?
No.
Middle of the map by 144, 145.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't come this way loaded. It is an upgrade hill all the way back up. And I mean wicked.
Yeah. I've been up that road. That's past the big farm. It is all the way uphill to that intersection you're going to.
I'm hauling 26 ton of of weight, and I didn't realize that. And I'm like,
I'd turn left where you are there and then turn right at the next intersection if I were you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the way I went when I went and had a look at the big stuff. Piggy's in the middle. Oh. Wonder if that's why he put the pig farm there. Piggy's in the middle. Maybe. Right. Stuff, things, and others. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's getting there. Let me over. Over. Forage. Oh, this will be ready to mow tomorrow. Good. The moo cows. They've got food, they've got a good amount of milk. They've got straw, slurry. Probably spread that slurry on the grass field after we mow it this time. Maybe.
I don't think we got enough yet, do we? How much we got?
55,000. Get rid of some of it, maybe. But yeah, we can wait. You're right. Right, done that. Field 19. What's that? I don't want to bale anymore because we've got our own baling to do tomorrow. What's this? Fertilizing field 22. Don't know about that. Potato harvest. Ooh. Field 15. And sugar beet harvest. Field 123. Oh, am I a glutton for punishment or not? 123.
You'll have to look.
Holy guacamole, look at that. Right next to us. 123 sugar beets. Good money.
I don't know why. I don't know. I can't. There's other ways to make money.
Where's the sell point?
Sell point. Sugar beet. Take it to British Sugar Factory. Where's the British Sugar Factory? Let's have a look.
The bottom of the map.
Is it? Oh, you'll love taking it down there. No? Oh. Beets only. Mark it on the map. Why did they disable that? Oh, yeah, dickhead. Stop doing that. And down the bottom of the map. Oh, well, it's not quite. Not quite down the bottom, but damn close. It's one road straight down. You can stay basically on the straight one road. Take an intersection down there near farm 3, I think it is, farm 4. Take that intersection and straight down. So easy. But no, let's not do that right now. Get rid of that. So there's that, and then there's heaps of ploughing. None are really worth a lot except for these two fields are. Field 183, 183, 183. For Christ's sake. Come on, 183. 76, 18, 183. Oh yeah, it's a nice little field. Straight down from us. That's worth 30 grand. And 181 must be near it. 181. 18 must be near it, but doesn't mean it is. Oh yeah, it is, just below it. Gee. Almost worth the thought, mate.
Plowing?
Plowing, 60 grand for those two fields.
Yeah.
While I make a coffee, you can think about that. I'll be back.
I'd be
Look at that
thinking
for
about
planning exactly full load. Ooh.
Oh man. I don't know how you play with him.
Patience is a virtue.
You're gonna need it. I try to play different ways every time just to break it up. You do everything the same way every time, then you don't know if there's a better way because you always do it this way.
Yep.
All right.
Hello, DSR. How come people always pop in the chat when I'm not here? I don't know.
Sell all this hay, right?
Yeah, we don't need any, do we?
No.
Doesn't look like it. No. Plus, we're going to get hay soon. Yeah, no, sell it all, mate. So what did you decide about things and stuff?
What fields was the plowing? 147?
Plowing was 183 and 181. Right down the bottom corner, just below our farm. Well, just below. Way below our farm.
Yep.
Yep, what?
Yep, take them both. We'll send the two to the JCB and the Case Pro downs like we did before, put them on a field and let them go.
Oh, okay. What are we going to do while we're doing that?
I thought where are we at? 1300. Nah, we could probably do the plow, and then I thought we're later in the day than that because it felt like it was dark on here earlier.
Yeah, that was just a darkish morning.
All right, I'm on my way back to the farm with the JCB now.
All right. I'll head down to 181. And we can do it together or just do one field at a time ourselves, mate. I suppose I should accept the contracts before I take off. Might be a good idea.
Just in case they're gone.
Yeah, well, that happened to me earlier in this. Ploughing for, eh? That's sowing. I don't want to sow. But no, on 183. No. Accept. 181. Accept. I'm off. And I'm leaving as well.
Okay.
You're leaving what?
Leaving the farm to go to the field.
Why?
Look at you driving the road train.
Yeah, they don't pivot quite as nice as the trailing axle ones do.
No. Okay. Bloody weather. Warm up.
Took the case. You could have took the Deutz, I guess. I just telling the case. I was thinking that was our first tractor. Was the
No. Leave the Deutz there for anything that props up that needs a bit of speed. That's fine. I like my little old case.
It's one of my favorite tractors for the price.
For the price?
61 horsepower.
Yes. Good farm workhorse. Pity you can't put a loader on it.
There was one in the mod hub, I think, that you could do a loader on.
Yeah. Truth be known, every tractor can have a loader on it. I'm heading to 181. Which one are you going to?
183, I guess. Well, we'll go to 181. We'll both knock it off to get it out of the way quicker.
That's all right. You should be half done by the time I get there.
No, be started.
We can always speed up time if you want.
Well, we'll knock these out and then maybe see what the time does. I was explaining to Gizmo the other night, we're talking about my idea of selling silage bales for pig food because we're not going to have time to grow crops.
No. Yeah.
Because by the time we get through as many days to get into August of the next year, we'll be well into playing FS25, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Wonka may speed it up a bit more. Why not go at 10 times the speed?
Oh, you stopped at the 10 times speed.
Why? It's too bloody stupidly fast. I was going to have pigs on, Jesus, what's it called? blah blah.
Valley Springs.
Valley Springs. All gearing up for. I barely had time to plant grass, let alone get grain in the ground before the month clicked over. So I just thought, well, I can't do this. I'm just doing grass. I have cows. Even then, I was
Whoa!
2/3
There's
of
a
the way.
bridge. Be careful.
2/3 of the way planting grass, and he goes, sleep through the night now. Hang on, I've got a bit more to plant. Oh, you can plant it tomorrow. That's all right. Boom. Ah, fuck. All the stuff I'd planted was at growth stage 1, and I was facing a quarter of the field left. And of course, as I'm driving around with the seeder down, it's digging up the stuff I'd already planted, so it's costing me more money again. Jesus. Then I had to wait an extra day for the second lot to, yeah, I know, moan, but I don't see the reason to go that quick. Doesn't make sense.
Before we sleep tonight, we will have to give those cows some hay.
Yeah, I'll throw a couple of bales at them.
Yeah.
At least we don't have to shred the hay.
No.
Not sure where you started, mate.
I'm just running around the field here right now.
Okay.
Just making like a headland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came in through the other way through the trees behind you. Did you see my post in about the bale trigger on Goody's export stock?
No. Didn't.
I'm wondering, can he raise it? It wouldn't take it off an auto load trailer. We're like Brummy sell points, you can drive over, you press unload on the trailer, it pulls it off.
Mm-hmm.
But on the auto load trailer, it wouldn't let me unload because there was something blocking it, or like a object's unable to unload. But when I unloaded right on the trailer, it just wouldn't let it come off.
Not good enough. The trigger's too low, or not tall enough. Like them needs a bigger box.
Yeah, same as what happened when Brummy changed his.
Yeah,
It made it.
Yeah, I moaned and groaned at Brummy, and I told him to make the box bigger, make it a tiny bit longer, make it twice or 10 times the height so it reaches the top of a trailer. That way it'll pull the bales off the bottom and then the next load along when they drop down, which makes it much easier to unload than try and get beside the sell point and unload them to the ground with auto load. But yeah, whatever. Isn't there 2 cell triggers there that are got the same name as well? Or has that been fixed?
I'll fix that.
I think it's fixed.
Right, that's good.
Yeah, I fixed that because he used the same XML, but he renamed the XML, but he didn't rename the name.
Yeah. It's a funny looking ground texture. What was in this field, I wonder? Must have been a root. I was going to say it must have been a root crop of some sort. Yeah. Looks kind of good, actually.
I'll work this in.
Yeah, might as well, mate.
I just lined up on your track fairly close here, so it should be close to the same.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. Yeah, I ran it down this edge, which is actually, 90 degrees or 0. Yeah. This edge is good. Mm-hmm. Old Mole's farm, apparently. Bit rude, but okay. I bet you she was popular when she was younger. Just some crude Australian comedy. Have I mentioned how much I like this map? I love just...
I don't think today I heard it.
No. I just love driving around. Just doing the field even, just looking around while you're doing the field. Looks very realistic. Me like it a lot. Hope he brings it out for 25. If he can.
Yeah, I think he probably will.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I haven't...
Did you figure out doing the grass, bringing the grass texture in to paint?
Already done.
Already done? Okay.
Already done.
Wongo says you can't change the names.
What do you mean?
Well, he said I couldn't do that because I can't change the names. But on other maps, when you do ground textures, there's grass 1, there's grass 2, there's grass 3, there's short grass, there's high grass, there's dirty grass. I mean, why can't you change the names to that? They're not a common.
I added another paint grass.
Yeah.
That he could change the heights of. So it's the same grass, but I added another decorative grass.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't hear that statement. Didn't understand that statement because he said, yeah, I tried, but it won't work because grass is already there. Yeah, but you give it another name. Oh well, it's good that you've done it. There's nothing worse than changing an area and you can't use the textures of that area. You know what I mean? You move,
there's two.
take a
There's
shed
two different
away.
paint grasses. There's a short one and the tall one. Well, you have to go in and use. You have to create all those brushes as a store item.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when you went into his map, you only had 4 bushes you could place.
Oh, yeah.
So I put all the rest of the bushes in.
Oh, good, mate, good. Nothing worse than removing a shed and saying, right, I don't want a shed there. And then you try to decorate the ground to look like the ground around it and you can't.
And now, that part's not hard. You just basically go in your foliage folder, you create another XML.
Yep.
At the store item XML. You reference the whatever foliage is in the folder.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to paint all the different foliages from all the different in-game maps, you can do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, some people do that. There's one map out there that's got Elm Creek foliage, it's got the Alpine map foliage, and it's got, oh, what's the other one called? The French map?
Yep.
Whatever it is, it's got all three foliages and bushes and some of the trees from all three.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, yeah. I filled around with foliages in 17, I think. I made a few different I made custom corn texture. That's right. But I used I copied the default texture and edited it in Paint.
Mm-hmm.
I made the bottom of the stalks, even though the top were brown or golden, ready to harvest, I made the bottom of the stalks a greener shade, added some green to it. Because I thought, the stalks aren't all like that. There's still a bit of green left on some of the leaves that I've seen.
Not usually when you're combining it, but when you're foraging it, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just the last, the 6 inches sticking above the ground. I tried to make it a bit greener. Nowhere near as good as the textures are today. Like in 22, that some of the corn textures on some maps are beautiful. They look really so real. Whereas Giants doesn't really. It sort of does, but doesn't.
I don't know. I think the Giants' crops and textures are great.
Well, they're good enough. But great, pushing it. Good enough.
I don't know. Their corn texture is really good in 22. I think you're going to see, especially the DLC crop textures, I think 25 is going to have some really good foliage.
Yeah, I would imagine it will do. Yes.
22, they updated all the bushes, trees, and all that.
Yes.
Got really high def stuff going on.
Yep.
In some of the crops, they did. Some of they didn't. I mean, they redid the corn, so it looks good. The sugar beet and the potatoes look a lot better.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd really like to see them. They started to nail down, but you've got discs and you've got cultivators, but they do the same thing.
Yeah.
I would like to see a little more use for that, you know? I'd like to see the disc be mulchers, essentially.
Yeah.
And if not, I'm going to make a mod where they are.
Yeah.
I might make my more mods mod. I might just actually put it to Giant so they can reject it and say,
I don't know why Giants don't make their seeders that have rollers on them, seeder rollers. It's a bit annoying.
Well, that's the other thing. And then they've got all those seeders, like the Kuhn ones, that they never made the... They're supposed to have, like, what do you call it? Like a rototiller thing in front of them.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything. And you can't... And you have to plow before you seed with them, and they're useless.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I mean, you know. A lot of the seeders in the game have rollers on the back, and they won't let you. You have to roll after it, but you don't. Not in real life. They'll seed, and then the roller behind squashes it all down, rolls it in. But no, go and buy another roller and specifically roll it. The rollers are only there for seeders that don't have the rollers on them.
Yeah.
But Giants don't see it that way.
The other thing is nobody has made a proper cultivator with a roller on it.
Yeah, well, that's right. There is cultivators with rollers on the back. But no.
Well, I'm talking like, because over here, when I was a teenager, I think it was probably the late 90s it started. Everybody started pulling a packer behind their cultivators and their discs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I pulled one around all the time. And because it would just kind of pack it down a little bit and
Yep.
keep it from getting lumpy.
Yes.
Knock the lumps out.
Yeah, well, there's farmers that plough, but then they'll have a, rip rather, but they have a sod buster on behind it that breaks up the big clumps that it digs up.
Yeah, but this, we would have a cultivator or a disc, one of the two.
Yeah.
And the packer would come down and it would just smooth it all out.
Yeah.
And then when it was dry, you wanted that to pack this keep the moisture in, so the moisture didn't
escape through the
And then when it was kind of moist, not wet, but got a little bit on the damp side, it would just take those clumps that didn't get broken up because they were kind of sticky, and it would just flatten them and bust them up.
Yeah.
So, and also that keeps the rocks down too.
Yeah.
So nobody's made one. Like Custom Auto made that big cultivator, but they didn't make a pack or anything to go with it.
No.
It's like that was the whole other part of like the Ecolo Tiger that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
You pulled their, rolling baskets or something behind behind the cultivator, because that's what like helped bust your lumps up.
Yeah.
Well, I took the subsoiler, that big one, that big yellow one,
Yeah.
and I made it so it mulches in the front, it plows or it subsoils in the center, and then it had a roller on the back.
Yeah.
And it worked really good because it brings up the rocks and then it rolls them back in.
Yeah.
I didn't make the roller wide enough because it doesn't always catch all the rocks that come off the tines.
Oh,
I need to bring the work areas out for the roller a little bit more.
Yep.
But other than that, it worked really good. You'd see the stones pop up and then they'd disappear. Pop up and disappear. And that's what the roller on the back is for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd just like to see them use, I mean, I know that the original premise of the game was you cultivate, you plant, it was...
Yeah.
But if you're going to make like shallow cultivators, deep cultivators, and disc cultivators, all do the same freaking thing.
Yeah, that's stupid, isn't it? I think.
Well, let's give them a little bit more functionality. I think that conservation agriculture mod might be something that would have been good to put in the base game of 25, where you get different bonuses for doing stuff,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they just think precision farming will cover all that, so they don't worry about it. It'll do. I don't know. And it's another thing too. If you're going to have to roll after your seed, then don't make seeders with rollers on, because it's stupid. Then I would understand why you need to roll.
Yeah, but it should be like the no seed or no till seeders.
Yeah.
You don't need to cultivate before you use a seeder.
Yeah.
Well, and you don't need to roll because there's a big rubber roller on the back of it.
Yeah. That's right.
Because you wouldn't roll after a planter.
No, because you're hurting the seeds that are already in the ground. Driving a bloody tractor over the seeds, pushing them down further.
Well, they've already had every planter has some sort of
compactor
cover,
up. Yeah.
cover and compacting wheel, whether it goes on top of the seedbed or whether it's got the double pinchers. It's you don't need to roll after planting. The only
No.
time you would roll is after seeding or planting soybean,
Yeah.
and that's a rock thing.
Yeah.
And alfalfa, hay, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
We always roll peas.
Peas.
I would like to see peas come green peas, not combine peas.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
Oh.
another cool double crop.
Well, might happen, mate. You don't know.
Because they got Oxbow. Oxbow makes the pea combines.
Yeah.
So is Pfluger.
Yeah. But they had Grimmy too. And it makes carrot harvesters. But they didn't do that.
Well, yeah, but you know how those DLCs work. You know, they have to, highlight a manufacturer that wasn't in the game before or something like
Well,
that.
that's fine, but at least with that manufacturer, at least for Christ's sake, they make a harvester with a header tank. For fuck's sake, use it. Don't give us this bloody stupid thing that you need to have a hired worker to help you with, because hired workers don't work.
I don't know. I had no problem with the hired worker.
Depends on the shape of the field, mate. It's a nice square field, yeah, sure. But if it ain't, a hired worker is a pain in the butt. Because
Well, you
it'll
don't plant a whole field with vegetables. You got to leave a big margin when you plant.
Oh, God. Big margin. Yeah.
Well, you have to because they make you leave a margin around most of the fields.
Yeah.
For disease and whatever control.
Yeah.
Pest control. Which is weird because I see some farms that leave the buffer strips and others don't. I don't really understand what the difference is.
11.5.
I gotta go, John. I got a fire call.
Oh.
Eee.
All these convenient fire calls. All right, mate.
You have yourself a good evening, gentlemen. We'll catch up with you later.
Take care,
See ya,
mate.
Jamie.
Catch you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Seems like he's got an arsonist in town.
They have more fires there than we do here in a hot country. The only time we have a lot of fires is when there is an arsonist around.
It's not. I don't know. I don't think it's been dry up there. I mean, it's not dry here.
Well, maybe. But don't know what it is, really. You got one the other day and it was a car crash.
Well, a fire call don't mean a fire usually.
No.
Either. A lot of fire calls are just auto accidents or stuff like that.
Yeah, we get the odd car hit a power pole. That's fun. Knock out the power and have the town on a bloody high alert.
Well, this has been a productive evening.
It has. I think you're lying.
No, I've got a bunch of roads on a map made. They look okay. The
Okay.
intersections look kind of goofy, but the roads look good.
Yeah. Oh, good then.
Got a border, got terrain.
Well, it's a good start.
Rummy and Wonko are making maps. I better get my ass in gear and make them too.
Yeah, I thought that when Wonka got back into it because, you know, he hadn't done it. He's been talking about it since 15. That was his last map. He was talking about making one for 17, never did. Talking about making one for 19, never did. And now he's doing it for 22. He's finally got his act together. And I thought, well, Jesus, if he can do it, I should do it too. But then I thought, hang on, I'm a lot older than he is. Nah, can't be stuffed. Too old to
come
care
on,
anymore.
you've got more time than he does.
Oh, I know that. I've got all the time in the world. But, nah. It's all too hard. It's all too hard, man.
All you do is make excuses.
All I do is what?
If you put as much effort into learning how to do a map the new way as you do is making excuses of why you can't make a map, you'd have
I'd be
one or
well
three
on the
done
way.
by now.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
No, it's too hard. I mean, come on, Brummy didn't know nothing about it. He made one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I do admire Brummy's resilience, though. He doesn't let something defeat him.
Well, that's right. Yeah, me, I just go, yeah, fuck it, it's too hard, can't be asked. No. I made 3 maps for 13, made 3 for 15, made 3 for 17. I skipped 19, so it's too late to make any for 19, and it's too late to make any for 22. So, nah, you never know. I think it's too late to think about 25 too. Obviously.
It hasn't even been released yet.
I know, but I'm so late behind the 8 ball, you know. This, that, something else.
It doesn't matter. GE hasn't changed.
No, essentially it hasn't. It's still a pain in the ass to use.
Oh, it's so much easier with all the scripts that are out there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of scripts out there now, which makes it a hell of a lot easier. They were out in 19, a lot of the scripts. That's why Andy was on my hammer all the time. He said there's scripts that were, you know, that have fixed all those really hard things to do. Yeah, but, you know, I have to learn the scripts. Nah. And he didn't give up for years. He kept on it for years.
Brown.
I couldn't be bothered.
That Bauer Brown makes all the videos and everything you want to do.
Oh yeah, I know. And yeah, I stuck to it. You know, I did try several times, but I just couldn't get back into it. I didn't have the same enthusiasm as I did, you know, for all the other versions of the game. Just wasn't enthusiastic enough. You know,
you didn't find a project you were interested in enough.
Oh yeah, I spent hours, probably 3 different times. I load up GE for 19 and started, and then I'd go back and, you know, I'd give up, and then I'd go back and try it. Right, I'm gonna stick to it, and I'd load what I did and keep going with it. And then I couldn't be asked. I went, nah, fuck this, can't be asked. And then a bit later I thought, right, I'm gonna have another go, stuff it. And I started from scratch again, and I got a little way in, and I thought, nah, this is too fucking hard, I can't be asked. I'm at the age where I just don't give a shit anymore, you know.
One of the problems is, like, I put all that time and effort into that Idaho map, and then I got to making the fields and realized I can't make the fields.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way for me to actually make a circle field. It's not going to look like crap.
Okay. But there is, isn't there?
No,
Oh,
because
there's several maps out there with circle fields on them, and I've had a look at one, and they look fine. Circle.
I don't know how they did it.
No.
Unless they did. Well, you could do it, but you wouldn't have missions on them.
No, probably not missions, mate. No. There is,
Yeah.
I think it was the map. No, I can't remember the name of the map, but there was a map that had the irrigator on it, on the circle field. And there was a narrow road going through the circle on one side to the irrigator. And the irrigator worked. It didn't work, with water, it worked with fertilizer. You could use it to spray fertilizer. Well, that's another thing that Giant should do too. I mean, if you've planted a crop and the following day after it's all been planted, it rains, there should be a benefit to that rain.
The rain should be a part of the game.
Yeah.
But again,
it's just a decoration at the moment.
Well, I think the problem is that if you get too complicated, it's going to turn people off.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, you can't harvest in the rain, but you can seed and you can plant and you can mow grass, which in real life you can't do any of that, really. Well, depending on how much rain. If it's only drizzling rain, you could still work out in the field. Yeah, it'd probably make it too complicated. Well, Andy had a mod that if it rained, the water in the animal troughs would get replenished.
Yep.
That was good. But Giants don't use the rain for anything except an annoyance that you can't harvest.
Well, the thing is you start. I mean, I'm a big proponent of putting it in there and then be able to turn it off. You know, I don't see anybody playing multiplayer with stones or weeds.
Well, stones are stupid for a start. Not every field has stones on it. Like if there was, on this map, say, there was a couple of hilly regions and 2 of those fields had stones on them. Okay, that's fine. I understand that. But not the entire area.
It needs a stone map, like precision farming soil.
Yeah, where the stones would appear. Yeah. You don't have to know that. It just has to appear on certain fields, not every field. And that's stupid. Turn field stones into lime. That's just ridiculous. Not every field has limestones in it. They're
You
bloody
wouldn't need
rocks.
lime if you had limestone soil. You wouldn't need lime if you had limestone soil.
That's right. You wouldn't pull it off anyway because it's got enough lime in it. That's the dumbest mod I've ever seen. When maps say that, when the map's got, stones, you can turn them into lime, I go, well, this map's shit. You can't. Sorry. I mean, I've ploughed fields that have had stones in it. Bloody rocks. With a mole-ball plough. And the bloody rocks may as well be made out of marble. That fucking hard. Break your plough before it would break the stone.
Well, one of the farms where I grew up at is called Table Rock Farms. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's all freaking shale and slate and everything hard.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't crush them to make lime out of it. You crush them to make dust out of it. Some of these mods are just silly. They don't make sense. Who thinks of half these mods, you know?
Well, a lot of that stuff is just, I think a lot of the stuff I've been seeing coming out lately is just, I don't understand why.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I look at it and I'm like, okay, why?
Yeah. Even the rocks in the game that get pulled up into the field, they're a grey rock, right? And limestone isn't grey. Limestone's a yellowy colour.
Well,
Creamy
that's
yellow.
ambiguous. That changes.
It does change, yes. It does change. A lot of our country roads are limestone roads. They bring truckloads of limestone out of the quarry and they spread it on our, you know, more popular country roads to stop them getting muddy and washed away. And they have to redo it every, you know, I don't know how often, but years, and they respread it and run a grader over it and a roller like they're doing a tar road. It's a lot cheaper than actually putting tar out there for farm traffic. I actually drove a big wheel loader in a limestone quarry once. It was only for an hour. But, yeah. A big old wheel loader. It was a Euclid.
Euclid.
That's a brand name. Euclid wheel loader. Big bastard. Like the wheels on it were a good 10 foot. And a bloke that was with me, you can fill up the truck. And I said, what? I've never driven one of these things. You've got a forklift license. You've driven forklifts. You've driven front end loaders before. I've seen you. Yeah. Well, this is no different. It's just 20 times bigger. Oh, fuck me. All right. I loaded a couple of trucks and that was the end of it. I only needed a couple of trucks loaded.
Oh man, we got another pivot.
Got another what?
Another center pivot.
Oh.
Looks good.
What on Moto?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't look very big. At least they released a tutorial video, so that's cool.
Who did? Giants?
No.
Oh.
No, the people that made the center pivot put a tutorial video right on Giant's mod page for you.
Ooh.
Oh look, solar farms. Yeehaw. That's exactly what I
Yeah, solar farms, yeah. Let's go nuts.
Herbicide mixing. What's this?
Herbicide mixing.
Wants you to mix herbicide and fertilizer. Put one ingredient in the sprayer itself and the other in an additional tank. Both will now be used at once.
So it'll fertilise and get rid of weeds in one pass.
That looks dumb.
Yeah.
You know, I have something that does that.
Yeah, you told me you made something that does that, yeah.
I made a weeder that does that.
Yeah.
But that's how we always freaking fertilized.
Yeah.
You know? I'd go cultivate the crops, and while we're cultivating, we're putting fertilizer in.
Okay.
Double whammy.
Yeah. No good for precision farming, though.
Yeah, it's perfect for it.
Each crop uses a different amount of fertilizer, though. And if the
Yeah.
crop's not in, it won't know.
Well, I'm not cultivating it with taking the weeds out without the crop being in.
It's an easy way to trick precision farming anyway.
Well, I like the fact that the weeder takes the weeds out. The sprayer still leaves them there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But if you, doesn't matter if you plough the field, if you cultivate the field, and then plant your seed and fertiliser, as soon as you're finished, you run the weeder over it, and it will weed nothing. Precision farming can bump your score anywhere from 10% to 50% better.
Yeah. That's because you did a weed control stage.
Yeah. Even though there's no weeds actually present. The weeder knows where the weeds are going to pop up. And you will actually see the ground, the dirt ground, change colour. Wherever there is going to be weeds, it turns it a darker colour. But there will never be weeds.
But I haven't had this experience. I've done this before. Weeds still come up.
No, I don't. I do it every time now. And like on Backroads County, the fields I own there, I've done it every stage. And all my fields are 100%. Environmental scores maxed out on those fields.
Yeah, but if you do it before the weeds are up, you have to do it again.
No, you don't. I don't. Never do. And there's no weeds in there. Ever.
I've done it before. They've
done it
come up
wrong.
and it don't work.
You've done it
You
wrong.
can't do it wrong. You can't.
Must have. No.
You use the weeder, you use the hoe.
I don't use a weeder. I use weed spray.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, if you use a weeder, then yeah, they will still come up.
Yeah, the weeder don't fix it.
No.
The
spray.
The weed spray does. Yeah. It's like a pre-emergent.
Yeah, the weeds don't come up, and you get an extra bonus. Like I said, all my fields are at 100. It takes a couple of goes. Like I said, it can jump anywhere from 20 to 50, but it will always jump up until it reaches max. And if you want it to stay at max, you're going to have to do it every time. Just run the weeder over it. Hired worker will do it, even though there's no weeder.
But stop saying weeder. Say sprayer.
Sprayer.
Did you keep saying weeder? That's why I'm all confused.
Sprayer. Herbicide.
Now we're making
Spray
sense.
the herbs. Every time, straight after you plant. It loves it. Like I said, the hired worker will do it. Even though there's no weeds there, he'll go, right, you want me to spray this? Okay, I'll spray it.
Hired worker doesn't do it either. You got to use courseplay.
No, hired worker does it. Both courseplay and hired worker will run over it.
No, I know hired worker won't do it because on
Sure.
the console it wouldn't let me do it. I had to do it manually.
Oh,
It's
wait a
single
minute. You
field
could be
count.
right because I use courseplay nearly exclusively on
Oh,
back
yeah.
roads. Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right. I'll let you off on that one.
But you gotta have a regular sprayer too. You can't use one of them other precision farming sprayers.
Yeah, no, I use the John Deere sprayer. Does it?
Yeah, but there's the option you can turn on the safe spray.
No, I
Because
don't touch it.
I'd fill that thing. I would fill that thing up with
Yeah.
that save spray option on, and I could go like 2-3 seasons before I'd have to refill it.
Oh, right. No, I just leave it on whatever the default is.
Yeah, the default has it turned off, I think.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, there's an option in there. Go into your menu.
Yeah, I know. I know there's an option.
Yeah, if you turn that option on, it'll only spray if it sees weeds.
Yeah, but it can see weeds under the ground. This is what I'm saying.
If
You'll
they're-
see the
if
ground
they're not
texture
there-
change.
If they're not there, no spray comes out. Weeds still pop up.
No,
Yes.
disagree there.
I know that. I know that's happened because I had to go back and turn it off.
No.
Because there's an option to make the boom size bigger, so I went and I made the boom size bigger, and then I turned on that that smart sense or whatever it is, and then it didn't work anymore, so I had to go turn that back off.
Ah, never done that.
Because otherwise, it just starts. It doesn't spray at all. It'll do the whole field, and it'll still be at 100% in the tank.
No.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
No.
Telling you, man.
No.
I mean, you're going the wrong way across that field, and that's gotta be a rough ride.
I love it. I love it when it's a rough ride. I wish they'd bring that back. There was a mod 15 where it would not let you go over the field flat out. And the tractor would bounce and carry on like a pork chop. Can't remember what that mod was, but geez, it was good. I liked it.
Was it more realistic?
You can be driving flat out over a grass field or on a road. You'd hit a ploughed field, or if it was ploughed, it would really slow you down to about 10 kilometres an hour. And the tractor
It was
was
in
bouncing.
17 too.
was it? Yeah. And then if it was a seeded field, you would slow right down, but not as slow, and the tractor would still bounce. Cultivated the same. But in default game, you could be doing 80 mile an hour, hit a ploughed field, and still be doing 80 mile an hour. Like fuck you will be. There'll be big fucking dents in the roof of the tractor or the ute or whatever you're in.
Well, it was that mod that, because it wasn't until 19. Because you notice now when you drive into a plowed field, the tractor sinks into the field and rocks around a little bit.
It does, but it still goes pretty much flat out.
Well, yeah, but it was that mod
Yeah.
that they implemented into 19.
Oh,
It was like one of the most downloaded mods ever.
yeah, I loved it. I hated
was
being
like-
able to go across a
like-
ploughed field flat out. Thought this is
It was
bullshit.
like real ground.
Real grounds dynamics or textures or real ground something. Yeah, it might have been real ground. I can't remember, but it was bloody
I think it was
good.
done by the guy that did the dirt colors.
Oh, maybe.
Real dirt.
Maybe. But that realistic mod is stupid.
All the more realistic mods are stupid because they're too much the other way.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I watched Farmer Klein review it for 22 ages ago, and he said it's really good, but it's just a bit too much. Like, you know, you'd hit a tree on the side of the road and whoop, you're up to the sump in ground. You can't get it out. You cannot get it out. You just bump a tree or bump something. As soon as you cause wheel spin, just digs a hole. Straight
Well,
down.
Yeah, it's the same problem with all those more realistic mods, is that
Yeah,
if you're in a real tractor, you bump a tree, you're not going to just spin out into eternity,
no,
you know.
no. And the loaded trailer going up a hill with a 500 horsepower tractor pulling 20 ton, it slows down to a crawl. Bullshit. That's a bit too much. I mean, if you were driving a 150 horsepower tractor pulling 20 ton, it would slow down. But Farmer Klein tested it and it wouldn't climb. It got to the bottom of the hill, started to go up and went, it's too much. And I do like the idea of the more realistic mod. It's just like, we say, it's just way too overboard.
Oh, remember Creator Tools? That was my favorite mod, 17.
Creator Tools. Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, 4-reel module ground response.
Ah, yeah.
Ground response, that was it.
Ah, right. You could be right. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking in my mod folder.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you know who the author is?
The idiot that went to cattle and crops.
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
Really?
It says, in the mod desk it says author Giant Software. And it's a 4-reel module, ground response, which was number 3. So there was tire, dirt, ground response. Yeah, so that guy that's doing the real dirt thing just copied the tire dirt for his script.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you meant that guy, really good modder that left Farm Sim and went to cattle and crops. God, I can't think of his name.
He needs to come back.
Oh, he does. He made so many good mods. Everyone's tried to copy him and just it isn't quite as good. Never has been.
No, he needs to come back because, yeah, because he's the one with the GPS.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's the 17 version, it must have been a modded 15.
Maybe.
Well, it was either that or I think it was a modded 15. But
yeah, it was.
I think those were, if Giants released those, it's starting to come back to me now. I think those were things they were going to put into 17 and they didn't get around to it, so they made them mods.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was probably a console thing.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Instead of locking them out for console, they just made mods out of it and download them in.
Yep. Could be right.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. And it was actually better as a mod.
Most of Giants stuff is better as a mod. I hate to say Giants. And I do hate to say that. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that modder. He did Glance, which is now called, what's it now called? Inspector, which is nowhere near as good as Glance was. He did several mods and they were brilliant. They really worked well. I can't think of his name.
Glance, GPS.
Yeah.
Well, let me go back into my 17 folder and just see who did you. I don't even think I ran GPS in that though.
Yeah.
I had to have, right?
Yeah, you would have used glance if you played with us in 17.
That's a different folder.
Best way to be.
Upside down.
Ah, yes.
Who's the one that did GPS?
Yeah, he rings a bell. I know he left it during 17. He renewed a couple of his mods and then made a statement that that's it. He won't be. Please don't send any requests. I've left Farm Sim. I'm now working with cattle and crops. And I thought, you dickhead.
Well, now they've gone defunct. Maybe he'll come back.
Well, they're still struggling. They're trying to hold on. It'll never be the game Farm Sim is.
I don't know how they're gonna hold on. I mean, you can't make a game for.
You can't make a single game as popular as a multiplayer game, ever. And as long as Farm Sim is multiplayer, no other farming game will be as popular. I don't mean as good. A lot of the single player games are much better. But you've got to play with yourself. And I do that enough in real life. So, what the hell happened then?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's.
Just, you know.
I just don't see anybody that's going to be able to do. I mean, unless another major game developer got into making a farming game, but a very small team of novice game builders, I don't see ever getting anywhere.
No. Can't.
Would you do false speech?
No, GPS. Locked up on me, as it does from time to time. They said, I'm driving this tractor now. Let's go across the road. Needs ploughing. Bastard. But I am very, very, very... Did I mention very? Hungry? So that's me. I'll say arrivederci to my viewers. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching later, I hope you enjoy it then too. Until then, you all take care. Take care of each other.